everyone. Now I'm going to explain you combining sentences using though, although and even though. Actually, though, although, even though, these three are subordinate conjunctions. We will use this one to join two contrast sentences. Actually, conjunctions means what? It connects two words, two sentences, two phrases, two clauses, or one phrase or one clause. We will use conjunctions to connect two words or two sentences, etc. Here, to combine two sentences using this though, although and even though, we have to follow two rules. Just we have to follow two rules. First, in the given two sentences, we have to find out which is main clause and which is subordinate clause. First of all, in the given two sentences, we have to find out which is main clause and which is subordinate clause. Already you know about main clause. Main clause means it has an independent meaning, means it can stand itself. It has an independent meaning. Next, subordinate clause means what? It has no independent meaning and it depends on main clause. Subordinate clause always depends on main clause to complete its meaning. So this one is main clause and subordinate clause. In the given two sentences, we have to find out which is main clause and which is subordinate clause. After that, after finding out main clause and subordinate clause, we have to place the subordinate conjunction. Subordinate conjunctions means that though, although and even though before the subordinate clause. After finding out main clause and subordinate clause, we have to place the subordinate conjunction though, although and even though before the subordinate clause. If we follow these simple rules means we can easily combine two sentences. Here I am giving two examples. First example, it rained. We enjoyed our camping holiday. Here we have two sentences. First one is it rained and second one is we enjoyed our camping holiday. So we have to find out which is main clause and which is subordinate clause. Here it rained, meaning is there, but it will not give complete sense. Hence it is subordinate clause. We enjoyed our camping holiday. This is main clause. According to our second rule, we have to place that subordinate conjunction before subordinate clause. So, though or although or even though, we have to keep at starting of the sentence. After that, our subordinate conjunction, subordinate clause, it rained. Though it rained, we enjoyed our camping holiday. Here, after though it rained, we have to keep a comma. After that, our main clause, we enjoyed our camping holiday. This is one type. Or first we have to write main clause. We enjoyed our camping holiday though it rained or although it rained. Here no need of keeping comma. If we write first main clause means if we enjoyed our camping holiday, there was no need of keeping a comma. Just continually. We enjoyed our camping holiday though it rained. Second example. I wasn't feeling well. I went to school. I went to school. Here main clause. I wasn't feeling well, subordinate clause. Next, according to our rule, we have to keep though, although or even though. Whatever you want, we have to keep at the starting of the sentence. After that, we have to place our subordinate clause. Though I wasn't feeling well, comma, I went to school. Or otherwise, I went to school though I wasn't feeling well, or although I wasn't feeling well. And the last example, Rani doesn't spend money. She is rich. Here, Rani doesn't spend money, main clause. She is rich, subordinate clause. Because she is rich depends on this main clause. Hence we call this one as subordinate clause and this is main clause. Then what we have to do? We have to keep that subordinate conjunction though, although or even though at the starting of the sentence. Though, here in the subordinate clause she is there, but we have to keep the noun Rani. Here Rani is the noun. So instead of pronoun we have to keep noun Rani. Though Rani is rich, comma, she doesn't spend money. Or otherwise, Rani doesn't spend money though she is rich. Hope you understand well.